Have you ever wondered what the Seidr practitioner does with their staff or their stone? It's an amazing tool of the trade. It is part and parcel of Seidr. If you want to know more about how I use it and why I use it using this, carry on watching. Hi guys, this is just a really quick tutorial on how I use my staff to bring forth the runes in music, and it is something I always do, always putting my headdress on, because then I know I'm shifting and not dressed for it. This is how I work. Not always in beautiful gowns, but how I am physically in my day-to-day. So you have to take me as you find me, guys. But here's my lovely staff, and I have this on it. You've probably seen this before. The bells and the feathers and the little bone that's in there. If you can see that there, guys, they have a meaning, they have an energy, and they are part of sound. Now, I will use, when I can find it, my antler. And you will find, if you go all over your wood, you can feel vibration. There is vibration. Now this is a strange one today. I just want to give you some insight into how, as a Seidr practitioner, I will use these things to aid and to use the runes to bring through what it is I'm working for. Now today you have Northes, which is like that. If you look, it's the right shape for it. And Isa, the whole stave or the whole of your staff, is Isa. And when you go Isa, it's ice and fire. It's need, want, and stagnation. It's your area. And I like to call my dark area around me Ninonga Gap. Ninonga Gap is the darkness before the primordials came to be, before life came to be. And I like to swing this around me to visualize the dark around me, the nothingness around me. And you can close your eyes, guys, and you can just feel the air. You can turn it round and make it go all the way around, contacting each end with your either piece of wood or antler. Now, why do I use the antler? The antler is power. It is a power symbol. It has energies attached to it. It has come from life, and it is life. And the tree also is life and has come from life. And you build that life up. Now, a lot of people, as I said, go down onto the floor with this one. But I use something other than that because it's the way I practice. So you can be careful with your drum. You can use your drum. And you can go up and down with this. And this brings through the power of Isa. So with this in your hand and this in your hand, and you go up and down, and you've got your energy, and you can tap them together. Remember, you're bringing fire and ice together, and by doing that, when you first start, just do it like this, a tap each. So one tap, one tap, one tap, one tap. Keep a rhythm going. And then you can bring in the sound of the runes. So you can say, as you're hitting with the, this is Northes, and this is Isa. So it's Isa, 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 Isa. And as you go, you can see how this comes together and makes this a vibration and a power tool. Now you can add song to it. You can go with the flow from within. Isa, 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 Isa. And then when you want to stop, you go, and that's the end of it. Now, why am I talking about this today? One of the reasons I want to talk about this today is because the staff is used a lot in Seidr. It's a very powerful tool. It is the entrance to where you're going to journey. It is with you on your journey. It is the thing that pulls you on your journey. It is living and it is all-knowing and is part of you. And so because of that, it becomes you and your friend. And when I use my staff, it's my power, it's my energy, it's my guide, it's the forebearer before the event. And I wanted really to talk about that because a lot of people use them for walking and for directing and for things like that, but they can be used for Gulda, they can be used to bring through the runes. So you can do different shapes with them with the runes. So for example, say I wanted to do Fehu. So what does Fehu look like? It's a bit in the middle and you've got two lines. So you could go Fehu, Fehu. And if you were going to do Urus, you could go Urus. Do you see the different sounds that that makes? So if you were going to do, for example, like Soilo, so you want to go Soilo, 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 and you will find your voice will go different sounds with it. Or you could go Soilo, Soilo, that. Do you see my point? So you could go through the whole lot of them by doing it with the staff. Now each one is giving a vibration. If the problem is very deep, then you go deep to the bottom. If the problem is mental, you go to the top, the head. If the trouble is within the soul, the middle. I don't know whether you guys are interested in this stuff, but I wanted to try and show you some of the things that I do with my staff, because it's not just sitting there not being used. It's something that I use quite a bit. So you can also use your staff, if you've got the cut bit in the middle, it's ideal for using here. So you can stand and you can go thinking the intent and putting it against your third eye. And you can change the tempo. So you could go. And you're not hitting yourself hard, you're just putting it against. And what you're doing is bringing that energy to your third eye, which helps you to shift. And as I was saying earlier about the Nanonga gap, which is the darkness around you, that is your safety valve. That is where you primordially come from. That's where we all come from, the dark, the nothing. Fire and ice brought life. And that is why we use the straightness of the staff as Isa, ice. And a lot of people use Nortis for fire. The fire of need, the fire of wants, the fire of having to have, necessities and all sorts. And that's not a bad thing. Nortis. Not everyone likes that rune. Not everyone likes Isa. You can do this with other runes. You can put a combination together and you will find when using this and this that you will go into trance. You feel the vibration. You take the problem and the runes that you want to use. So how do you start? You get yourself in the right mindset. You clear your mind. You come into your Ananga gap and you keep your staff in your left hand and this in your right, of course. And if you are left-handed, obviously, you would do it the other way round. It doesn't matter what way the staff is. It is the conductor at the end of the day. It is taking your intent into it and vibrating it into the world, into the universe, into the earth itself. And you just start to tap and you take some deep breaths. Get a rhythm going. Before you think anything, you get yourself in that state of mind. Now, as I'm doing this, I see herds of deer. And one in particular is standing, looking at me. He is a buck, he is huge. And his glance is very wisdom, it's very knowledge, it's very old, ancestral. And he knows. He makes a noise with his breath. And there you go, you are connected. You're connected to nature, to the energies. And that is a wonderful place to be. Once you're in that state, that's when you can start to experiment and use the different runes. You don't have to stay with the runes that I've been talking about. You can use the runes that are within your heart or what's being put into your mind. Peace and harmony, Ingwas. That would be a difficult one, but what you could do is take the shape, count how many sides and use that as a... And you could do it in bits like that. So for Ingwas, I would use a in your mind's eye. Try to make the shape and you will get the right rhythm. Not to worry too much about the bottom bit. You are dealing with a rune. You want to vibrate. Now you can tap like that, or you can give it a good whack. Depends on the situation and what it is you want to achieve. So at the end of the day, all you can do is go by what's in here. And as a practitioner, Seidr, that is what it's about. How we feel, how we promote, how we push that energy forwards and outwards to what it is we want to achieve, guys. So if you're interested in doing more things with your staff, then this is the way to go about it. Now, obviously, I would love to be able to bang it on the floor, but you do have to go by your circumstances, and mine, obviously, would make too much noise in here, and I don't think people around me would be very happy. So to appease yourself and the gods and the energies, you can do it in a way that is right for you. When I'm outside without others around me, I can go to town. You will get different visions come to you. Like I saw that beautiful animal. You might see the river with the boat taking you to the death place, or you might see a staircase going up to the higher realms. Whatever it is that you are seeking, that rune will take you. And you will find it will flow. You will get a lot out of it. Now, I'm not going to go on and on and on. It is something that you can try. So try a very simple one. And as I was saying to you, just do the Isa. And just say it. Isa. If you want to do a bigger thing, you could go Isa. 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 You want to put the breath into it. Take a deep breath and go Isa. 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 Northeast. Northeast. Isa. Northeast. Isa. Northeast. Try doing that until it becomes natural. And once it's natural, you can then shift into those runes. Your voice will change, the Gulda will come in, and you will feel that energy like a circle of power. It is then going to be released, because that's what we do. So you can either release it into the earth, or you can release it upwards into the universal areas. And they are the two main places. And even in occult work, as above, so below, you're using the three energies. You are on Midgard, then you've got Asgard, and below you have Helheim. So you have the death, the living, and the divine. You have the three, the number 3. So that is why you do 3 at the end. When you finish, you go, and that's it, you're finished. You've shut off each area, and that is all there is to it, guys. It's something that comes to you and how you want to do it. You don't have to have one of these. You can have another piece of wood. I like to use that because I get that animal will come through to me. A beautiful elk will come through, or a deer, but it's always one with horns, and they will come through with the antlers rather, and you know that that power is connected then. It's a bit like a light switch. So once you see that in the Anonga gap, which is the darkness before the primordial life forms started, a safe place like deep in the earth, imagine how you would feel encompassed in complete darkness. It's not to be feared. It's actually a really lovely thing. When you feel that darkness and you hear what you're doing, and then you see your vision, that's when you're connected, and that's when you can then go to town with your voice and how you bang it and how it vibrates and where it's going. And it's wonderful. That's all I can say. And I just wanted to share that today with you guys. A very quick video, just something I felt could aid you in your journey, something that maybe you've not thought of before, and it is something as a Seidr practitioner that I do. Hope you're all well. I'm going to leave it there, guys. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever, House of the Land.